Hi friends, how are you? Hope you all doing great. And I am coming out with one more, the series of videos which talks about fundamental analysis of the company. Right. Hope you all enjoyed the previous episodes of price action trading. And after that, I thought of giving really the real insight of fundamental analysis and the way of valuing and way of studying the fundamental analysis and the financial statements of the company. Because in any way, you can go and check all over the world. There are three ways to find out the true analysis and insights and value of the companies, or for that matter, industries. The first one is, as I explained in the first series of my videos of technical analysis. Second one is a fundamental analysis. Third one is a behavioral finance. In this fundamental analysis, which is very important way of analyzing the company's financial statements, such as profit and loss accounts, balance sheet, cash flow statement, and the return ratios, where and how efficiently company is operating and generating a value for the shareholders. Before getting to the details of all that, let me explain you what is fundamental analysis. Please understand the word fundamental. There itself is a meaning fundamental, which is very basic, which is very beginning. So this fundamental analysis is there right from maybe 300 to 400 years back, or at least it is a topic of 200 years old. Technical analysis has come recently, right? After Charles Dow started writing so many things on various concepts, invented Dow theory, uptrend, downtrend, medium term trend. He has compiled all his knowledge and then published series of articles in America. So it got its popularity. But fundamental analysis is not so. Fundamental analysis is, it's been there, it has been there for more than centuries. So when we need to look into this fundamental analysis deeply, you will come to know how important it is. The definition of fundamental analysis is only this. Fundamental analysis is a method of evaluating the company's intrinsic value or stock's intrinsic value. What is mean by this stock intrinsic value? The intrinsic value is a value which is to find out true value of the securities or true value of the companies. In order to find out that, you need to study the fundamental analysis. So the fundamental analysis is basically what? Finding out the intrinsic value of the securities or shares or company. In what way are you going to study the intrinsic value? Through financial statements of the company. That I am going to talk little later. If you look at the great investors in the world, like Warren Buffett, who is the current CEO and the chairman of Berkshire Hathaway, and his long-term business partner, and he was a vice chairman, recently passed away. His name was Charlie T. Munger, who popularly known as the architect of Berkshire Hathaway. What is Warren Buffett today is because of Charlie Munger. by and large. Then if you little go back and check the guru of Warren Buffett, Benjamin Graham and David Doods, Philip Fisher, George Soros, Harvard Marx, Carl Saatman. These are the greatest investors. They produced phenomenal returns over the years. They have just not produced in terms of millions, but they have produced in terms of billions of dollars. Today, if you look at the Berkshire Hathaway's market capitalization, which is close to $970 billion, just $30 billion away to become $1 trillion company. What does Warren Buffett do? He does nothing other than investing in best companies at a cheap valuations or at a fair valuations. Meanwhile, if you see the Indian investors like Rakesh Jhunjhunwala, Radhakishan Damani, right? And then Ramdev Agarwal from Motilal Oswal, Sunil Singhania, Madhusudan Kela, Nilesh Shah, Sankaran Narain from ICICI Prudential. So some of the names as far as Indian context is concerned, they are the brilliant. They made phenomenal money, so much of money. They created so much of wealth for the investors. They have guided over the years to Indian investors. So these investors, basically what they do is, they do fundamental analysis. They track the company's financial performances very closely. That's what is all about fundamental analysis, guys. As far as Indian stock market is concerned, Indian financial year is April 1st to March 31st. Total 4 quarters. Each quarter, every listed company will announce their quarterly earnings. Say for example, I am more interested in Infosys and I have invested in Infosys company and I want to track, I want to monitor how Infosys is doing on quarterly basis. On quarter, if Infosys is doing great, on quarter, if Infosys is increasing its revenue, increasing its profitability, reducing debt, increasing their margin, winning more clients, then obviously company's stock price will also eventually go up. After all, stock prices are the slaves of earnings. Earnings means company's quarterly earnings, company's yearly earnings, company's financial performance. Always stock prices respect the fundamentals of the company, respect the valuations, respect the earnings. And if you track them very closely on quarterly basis and on yearly basis, what is management doing? What is Infosys management actually doing in the field of machine learning, artificial intelligence, big data, data science? And if you are satisfied and they are ahead of the crowds and ahead of the industry, then no matter, you will never have a second thought to invest in the company of Infosys, because it's going to generate huge amount of money, because company is doing the right things. You need to study all of that. What is company's corporate governance? Who are the board of directors? who is the CEO, who is the chairman, who are the clients of the company, in which segment company is generating more revenue, and what is the scalability of that segment. You need to check all that, whether the company's margin is shrinking or rising each quarter or each year on year. When you study all these things on quarterly basis or on yearly or half yearly basis, I am sure you will make best of the best investments. And when companies fundamentals are good, eventually stock prices will follow. So in this video, I'm going to talk all of that. What is fundamental analysis, how to read the company's financial statements, what are the qualitative aspects of the company, quantitative aspects of the company, what to see first as a beginner, how to calculate the ratios, how to interpret that, what not. I'm going to talk everything in detail about fundamental analysis, my dear friends. So, in my next episodes, I'm going to talk about more of in-depth and in detail of fundamental analysis. And I am sure after watching the complete series or episodes, you will end up by becoming a fundamental analyst of the stock markets or financial securities. There is a myth, only chartered accountants can become a fundamental analyst. No, it is far from the truth. I am the one who is from technical background. I have done my bachelor in BCA, Bachelor of Computer Applications. Then prior to that, I have done my PUC in Science, PCMB I have studied, and I have taken up my MBA where I have not studied anything related to fundamental analysis, but I can analyze any company's balance sheets. I can do any company's valuations through discounted cash flow methods, through various other methods in order to find out the true intrinsic value of the company. So we'll see more of that in my next video. Stay tuned. Thank you for watching, and I will come up with the next video very soon. Thank you.